Just for your information, some of the things that may disqualify an applicant from the citizenship are things like if the minister is satisfied that the applicant is a threat to national security, the minister, that is, or their delegates, being the case officer that's going to assess the application. If the applicant has certain offenses on their criminal record. And here it's important to know that not all offenses on an applicant's criminal record are going to disqualify them. It basically all depends on the seriousness of the offenses, the length of any imprisoned sentences they may have served. It also depends on the age of the convictions, like how long ago it was. All right, so we actually have a lot of clients that come to us for citizenship applications, and they don't have a perfectly clear criminal record. And we do take on those clients as long as they meet those thresholds, and we get citizenships approved for them. So I told you earlier about situations where an applicant does not have to meet the general residence requirement, okay? So if none of those exemptions apply to the applicant, then they do have to meet the general residence requirement, and I'm now going to tell you what that requirement is, okay? So basically, you have to have been a permanent resident for the last 12 months, okay? The last year prior to the citizenship application. You have to have held your PR for a year. And then there's a test that is kind of twofold, okay? And it's about how much time you have been spending in Australia onshore in the last 4 years and in the last 1 year, the last 12 months, okay? So, but they are separate tests, even though the passing percentage is the same. And the passing percentage is 75% of the time, okay? So we look at the last 4 years, and we see if you have been present onshore for at least 3 of the last 4 years, okay? So that's the 75% test. And we look at the last 1 year, the last 12 months, and we see if you have been present onshore in Australia for at least 9 months out of the 12 months, okay? So that's the 75%. There are other also requirements that I think everyone knows about, like you have to be able to pass the citizenship test, which is not a very difficult test. There is a booklet that Home Affairs publishes. It's available in many languages, and what I do is I recommend to my clients whose English is less than perfect that they put the booklet in their own native language right next to the booklet in English, and sort of study them together to prepare for the test. I find that that helps my clients a lot, especially, like I said, if their English is not, super perfect. Another requirement is you have to have basic knowledge of English. They don't actually test you on that. The way they ascertain if you have basic knowledge is during the interview, the citizenship interview. The Home Affairs person will talk to you, ask you a couple of questions, and that's basically it. It's not like you have to submit a PTE or an IELTS test for it. Another requirement, of course, is that the minister has to be satisfied that you are a person of quote-unquote good character, okay? And of course, that's defined in the law, and we can talk about it some more when you come to see us. And that is basically all that I wanted to tell you about citizenship by conferral and the general residence criteria, and who is exempt from having to meet the general residence criterion. I don't want to get any more technical than this for now, but if you have any questions, of course, you know to contact us by visiting our website. Thank you so much for your attention, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you.